Hello, my fabulous viewers. Today, we're diving into the extraordinary life of Denise Katrina Matthews, the iconic artist you might know as Vanity. Her life story is a roller coaster of fame, struggle, and a powerful transformation. So grab a seat and let's get what started. Now, our journey begins on January 4th, 1959 in Niagara Falls, Ontario, where a star was born. Denise Katrina Matthews was her name, and her background was as diverse as it gets. Her mother, Helga Senik, came from Germany with a mix of German Jewish and Polish Jewish heritage. Meanwhile, her father, Levig James Matthews, was from Wilmington, North Carolina, with a rich African American lineage. Quite the cultural blend, wouldn't you say? But Denise's path was not without hurdles. Tragically, her father passed away when she was just 15 years old. Could imagine how hard that was for her, being so young. One of physical and verbal abuse that tormented her 15 long years. For 15 years, he beat me back, she bravely shared. I wish I could see my father in heaven, but I won't. He's in hell. Her journey was marked by resilience, to say the least. Well, that's more than what I could say, because see, at first I was like, okay, that's sad. But then, her dad was, not being so nice and kind to her. And that's really sad that, she had to go through all that stuff. Because like they always say, things that happen in your childhood can shape your adulthood, okay? And that could explain why Vanity didn't have the most success when it comes to relationships. Now, despite her early struggles, Denise was determined to make her mark. She started by entering local beauty pageants and soon found herself in Toronto, modeling her way into the limelight, okay? Because baby girl had the looks, okay? She showed up and showed out in that modeling. Now, winning the Miss Niagara Hospitality title in 1977 was a turning point, and it led her to compete for the prestigious Miss Canada crown in 1978. But that was just the beginning of her journey. So it was easy for her to just show up and take everybody by storm. I mean, look at Vanity. She was bomb.com. Now, at the tender age of 17, Denise embarked on a new adventure, one that would change her life forever. She packed her bags and headed to the Big Apple, New York City, baby. She went to New York City to chase her dreams. There she signed with Zoli Modeling Agency, setting the stage for what would become an incredible career. Because not only was Vanity an artist, a musician, she was also into modeling as well. Now here comes a twist in the tale. Here comes a twist in her life. While her modeling career initially focused on commercials and photo shoots due to her shorter stature, Denise took a leap into the world of acting. In 1980, she made her debut. Vanity took a leap into the world of acting. In 1980, she made her debut in the horror movie Terror Train. A whole new world was unfolding for her. So she made it to the big screens, okay? She was like, okay, I'm modeling. Now it is time to be an actress. So baby girl went in there and started just taking a whole acting industry by storm. Point in the life of Denise when she became Vanity. See, now things started to get truly intriguing. In 1982, Denise met a musical genius you might have heard of. Okay? We gonna party like it's what? 1999. She ran into Prince, y'all. Think about it. Prince, y'all. Okay? Controversy. Like this channel, right? So look, she met Prince, and they met at the American Music Awards, and sparks flew. Okay? More like firecrackers, okay? Now, as the sparks flew, it was both romantically and creatively. Prince envisioned a girl group and named her Vanity, considering her the female reflection of himself. So that's when Vanity 6 was born, y'all. So Prince met Vanity and said, oh, okay, she cute. But see, with Vanity was not just a pretty face. She was wild. Homegirl was on the wild side. So when Prince met her, he seen her as like the life of the party. Prince was walking up and down these streets like he knew he was that one. Okay, he was walking up and down these streets like he knew he was the one. So when he met somebody that could match that same energy, that same fly, he was like, oh yeah, okay, Vanity, okay, because you're the female version of me. And y'all know what Vanity means. Vanity is like the way you look. And so Prince was all about the way he looked. So when he seen Vanity, it was more like, I could tell she about the way she looked. Because she was a model. She was an actress. So they had the same similarities, okay? They didn't look alike, but they was pretty in touch with how they looked, okay? And so Prince seen himself in Vanity, okay? Now, Vanity Six's image was unlike any other girl group of its time. Now, they had high sexuality. Their sexually charged and seductive persona left nothing to the imagination. The hit single Nasty Girl set the charts on fire, but behind the scenes, Vanity had her own story to tell. But see, at that time, we didn't care about the story. We heard Nasty Girl was like, do you think I'm a nasty girl? Tonight, wait for the come with me. I want a nasty world. That's all we was singing, okay? We wasn't trying to hear the story. We was like, okay, all right, Vanity, we hear you. We know you're going through some things, but girl, put that Nasty Girl on, because that's the party. That's the song, okay? Now, Prince created the whole Vanity Six image. Of course he did. Like I said prior, Prince was all about how he looked. So he had to get the baddest chick in show business to fulfill that Vanity Six image. Okay? So Prince created the whole Vanity Six image. This is what Vanity said as she confessed while she was highlighting the complexities of her journey. So he created the whole look, from the hair on down to what they was wearing. How they did their makeup, everything. Now, the ties between Vanity and Prince eventually unraveled in 1983, but that didn't dim her star power. She signed with Motown Records as a solo artist, delivering hits like Pretty Mess and Mechanical Emotion. Her film career also took off with a role in The Last Dragon and other prominent appearances. She was living life in the fast lane. You know what come with that fast lane, quite a few things. And so Vanity, she didn't lose her star power. But of course, anything that starts off wild has a chance to unravel. Okay, that's just how it goes. Like, you meet that one person and y'all just wild. You're living life on the fast lane, living life on the edge. And then before you know it, like, when you start to grow as a person, it's more like, I can't do those wild things no more. I want to go in my own direction now. So, like I said, anything new gets old. When you got that one person and things just as wild, it can eventually send you over the edge, or, it can become real toxic. Vanity's personal life was a roller coaster ride as well. Her romantic entanglements included rock stars like Adam Ant, Billy Idol, and even a whirlwind with Motley Crue's Nikki Sixx. Now, her life was often headline material, so homegirl was always in the media, and so she had quite a bit of entanglements. This was way before Jada, okay? They was having entanglements back in the days, okay? And so Vanity was having a lot of entanglements with different men, and she was always making it to the media, the newspapers, the magazines. And so you can imagine how much drama that created in her life. Like I said, her life was often headline material, with nude photo shoots for Playboy and a captivating, controversial public persona. So she was, doing things with Playboy. Like, they were looking at Vanity as like just the wild girl, and it was more like, yeah, you need to chill out, Vanity. But Vanity was Vanity. She was doing her own thing. She was like, y'all not gonna tell me what to do. I'm beautiful, and I wanna create that, that image of what beautiful looks like. And if you know anything about the modeling industry, all of that stuff come with it. So she just had her old ways from the modeling industry and just carried it over to the music industry. Of course, with Prince, that helped create the image, and then she kept the image up. But as the 80s came to a close, and we all know when the 80s came to a close, things changed. As the 80s came to that close, Vanity's life took an unexpected turn. She crossed paths with actor Sam J. Jones, who introduced her to a spiritual journey. Now, Vanity transformed into a born-again Christian, leaving her vanity persona behind. It was a profound shift, reflecting her courage and resilience. Like I said, when you're living your life on the edge, as you grow as a person, or sometimes it just takes you to meet the right person that can, change some of the things that aren't healthy for you, right? Because we all know the fast lane is fun, it's all of that, but when it dry up, and you may dry up with it if you don't get out of it soon enough, okay? Anything that come to you fast, a lot of times it don't mean you no good. And so once Vanity met Sam J. Jones, it's like she put her, she collapsed in a way of like, I needed you, Sam. Like, she was shedding tears, she was crying, and so he came in as like her intervention. Like, I'm here to help you. You a beautiful girl, but you living wild. This is where things really get sad in Vanity's life, because she experienced a near fatal drug overdose in 1994. That became a turning point. Now, as she shedded the image of Vanity, because we all know what Vanity stood for, at least in what pertained to her, was her look, her image, her sexuality, just being sexually free. All of that stuff pretty much became her demise. So after she had that fatal drug overdose, Denise, against all odds, survived and experienced a spiritual awakening. She dedicated her life to Christianity, sharing her testimony worldwide and leading Pure Hearts Ministries in California. It was a testament to the strength of the human spirit. But here's where the story takes a heartbreaking turn. You see, there's a passionate and tumultuous relationship filled with both love and conflict. As the 1980s reached their end, both Prince and Vanity, whose real name was Denise Matthews, found themselves caught in a whirlwind of fame, drugs, and yes, each other. Okay, and so we all know what comes with fame. A lot of times it'll have you doing things that you normally wouldn't do, and then you start relying on different substances that particularly creates that demise. Now, in 2016, the world mourned the loss of two extraordinary artists, both at the age of 57. How deep is that? Her and Prince both passed in 2016, in the same year and just months apart. Now, Denise Matthews, or Vanity, succumbed to the devastating consequences of drug abuse, particularly her battle with crack cocaine, which ultimately led to kidney failure, unfortunately. It's heart-wrenching to think about how close the timing of their passing was. On February 16, 2016, Prince took to the stage in Melbourne, delivering an emotional concert that he dedicated to his former lover, Vanity. News of her passing had emerged only hours before. So you can just imagine how, sad that was for Prince, because even though they did go their own ways, it still was a mutual love that they had for each other. But Prince just, he went back in a time where he realized, Vanity was a part of my whole career image. You can't mention Prince without mentioning Vanity. So, that's how deep that goes. Now, as Prince performed in Melbourne, he shared memories of their deep and complex connection. And then Prince went on to say, and I quote, "Her and I used to love each other deeply. She loved me for the artist I was. I loved her for the artist she was trying to be." Now, he confessed in the touching moment that, he loves her deeply, and she loved him for the artist that he is. I mean, of course, this is Prince we're talking about. And then he went on to say he loved her for the artist she was trying to be. But mind you, how he say trying to be is because he gave her that image. He told her how to do this and that and this and that. But Vanity, after a while, realized, I can't keep up with all of this. I no longer want to be a part of this. And it was disrupting her. Now, Prince and Vanity's journey together was marked by iconic moments. They famously graced the cover of Rolling Stone magazine in April 1983, embodying the essence of their era. Just to tap a little bit on them. Vanity fronted Prince's girl group Vanity Six, and even though she never played the lead role, she was initially cast as the star of his movie Purple Rain. So Vanity was in the movie Purple Rain with Prince, okay? And here's something else that's kind of going to have you up in a frenzy. They said Vanity versus VaJayJay. Now, we got to keep that cool for YouTube purposes, but you can figure out what that is. Oh, and here's a little tidbit that's sure to raise an eyebrow or two. It's been said that Prince gave her the stage name Vanity because he saw her as the female version of himself, as I did mention, and other reports suggest that he initially suggested VaJayJay as her stage name, but she had other ideas. She was not going for that. Vanity was like, "You're not going to sit up here and call me VaJayJay. I mean, I'm already out here being sexually free. I'm beautiful. I'm that girl. But just slapping that name on there would be entirely too much." Now, the love of her life, in her revealing tell-all book, Blame It on Vanity, and you guys should read that book. It was pretty good. She referred to Prince as the love of her life. We can pretty much read between those lines. Like I said, you can't mention Prince without mentioning Vanity. You can't mention Vanity without mentioning Prince. Okay. And it was evident that they had a lot of love for each other. Now, their connection was deep and profound, transcending the boundaries of fame and music. And then, so when Prince also was at his Melbourne concert on the day of her passing, he went on, and I quote, and said, Prince shared stories about their fiery romance. And then I quote, he said, "She and I would fight," he reminisced, describing her as headstrong, confident in her own allure, and fittingly, he dedicated songs like Little Red Corvette and Dirty Mind to her. Yeah, Little Red Corvette, because she was just fiery. When you look at Vanity, you just see fierceness. Like, okay, get it, girl. You're in touch. You're owning your sexuality. You're owning your image. You're owning your look. You're owning your life. Like, that's what you seen when you would see Vanity back in those days. Now, Prince ended his touching tribute by reworking the song The Ladder and replacing the name Elektra with Vanity. He reminded us that despite their differences, Vanity would want us to celebrate her life, not mourn her passing. Vanity is a classic. She's an icon. She's a part of music history. There is no Prince without a Vanity. You know, there wouldn't be such iconic stories and things to look back on if it wasn't for Vanity being a part of Prince's life. And so I think that Vanity was just such the it girl, beautiful inside and out, wanted to change, and she would always spread her message and her Christianity that she, and her religion. And I just want to say Vanity has made an indelible mark on the music industry, and I love her music, and I will still be playing some Vanity 6. Now, if you enjoyed this musical voyage through Vanity's career, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more in-depth exploration of artists who've left an indelible mark on the music industry. Share your thoughts and memories in the comments below, and stay tuned for my next deep dive into the lives of remarkable musicians. Thanks for tuning in today, and we'll catch you in the next episode. And that's it. That's checking out on Controversy. Then I'll see you on the next one, and we're going to keep it lit. Alright, see y'all in the next one. I'm out.